Hey friends, welcome back. Today, we're exploring one of the most powerful stories in the whole Bible. It's a story about courage, trust, and the importance of following God's plan, even when it's not easy. We're talking about Jesus' prayer in the Garden of Gethsemane. Have you ever had to do something difficult? Maybe something that made you feel nervous or afraid? Well, you're not alone. Even Jesus had moments when he felt worried. Today we'll see how he faced one of the hardest moments of his life, and how he trusted and accepted God's will, no matter what. Ready to begin? Let's dive in. It was late in the evening. Jesus had just finished having a special dinner with his closest friends, the disciples. As they walked quietly toward a peaceful garden called Gethsemane, Jesus turned to his friends and said something very serious. He told them, "In a few hours, all of you will abandon me. But remember, after my death, I will rise again and return to you." His disciples couldn't believe it. Peter especially didn't want to hear this. Peter was brave, bold, and loved Jesus very much. He quickly said, "No way, Jesus. Even if everyone else leaves you, I promise. I never will." But Jesus knew Peter better than Peter even knew himself. Jesus looked at him gently and said, "Peter, I tell you the truth tonight, before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times." Peter was shocked. He said, "No, Lord, I would rather die with you than ever deny you." The other disciples all agreed. They felt so sure they would always stick by Jesus. Finally, they reached the Garden of Gethsemane. It was a quiet place, filled with olive trees and softly lit by moonlight. Jesus felt very sad and troubled inside. He knew he was about to face something extremely hard and painful, but he also knew it was part of God's great plan to save the whole world. Jesus asked most of the disciples to wait nearby. Then he took Peter, James, and John a little deeper into the garden. His voice was heavy with sadness as he spoke. "My heart feels full of sorrow. Stay here, keep watch, and pray with me." Jesus walked on a little further, away from his 3 friends, and fell onto the ground in prayer. He prayed with all his heart. "Father, if it's possible, please take this suffering away from me. Yet, let it not be my will, but your will be done." In this powerful prayer, Jesus showed how deeply he trusted God. He accepted God's plan, even though he knew it would be painful. After this earnest prayer, Jesus walked back to Peter, James, and John. Do you know what he found? They had fallen fast asleep. Jesus gently woke Peter and asked kindly, "Are you sleeping? Couldn't you stay awake for just 1 hour? Watch and pray, so you don't fall into temptation." Peter felt embarrassed. He and the others tried very hard to stay awake, but their eyes were so heavy. Jesus then left them again to pray a second time, saying once more, "Father, if this suffering cannot pass unless I go through it, your will be done." As Jesus prayed, he felt comforted and strengthened. God was with him, even in this difficult moment. Yet when he returned to his friends, they were asleep again. This time they were so tired and embarrassed they didn't know what to say. Jesus didn't become angry or impatient. He understood. He simply walked away quietly again for the 3rd time, to pray once more, surrendering completely to his Father's plan. Jesus knew exactly what was coming next. He would be betrayed, arrested, and eventually crucified. It would be painful and hard, but Jesus willingly accepted God's plan because he knew it would save all people, including you and me, from sin. When he returned to Peter, James, and John again, he found them asleep once more. But this time, something was different. Jesus felt calm, ready, and filled with courage. God had comforted him and strengthened his heart because he had fully accepted God's will. He woke his disciples gently and said clearly, "Rise up. The time has come. My betrayer is here." So, friends, what important lessons can we learn from Jesus' prayer in Gethsemane? Here are 3 wonderful truths for us today. First, Jesus accepted what would happen to him. Even though it was painful and scary, Jesus trusted God's good plan completely. He showed us what true faith and courage look like. Second, we should seek to know and do God's will. Sometimes following God's will might feel hard or uncomfortable. Maybe forgiving someone who hurts us or doing what's right, even when others aren't. But remember Jesus' prayer, "Not my will, but yours be done." When we pray like this, we're choosing to trust God, just like Jesus did. Third, God will comfort and strengthen those who try to fulfill his will. God never left Jesus alone. He gave Jesus comfort, strength, and courage. And God promises to do the same for us. Whenever we feel scared, worried, or unsure, God promises to comfort and strengthen us when we try to follow him. So friends, The next time you face something difficult, remember Jesus in the garden. You can always pray honestly to God. He listens, He cares, and He will help you through. Just like Jesus, let's always pray. Father, your will be done. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, God's plan for your life is good, and He's always with you. Until next time, stay brave, stay faithful, and always trust in God's amazing plan. God bless you. See you next time.